Hi folks, I'm Gary and welcome to White Eagle Videos. Just entering the little town of Bisbee, Arizona, taking the circle roundabout and coming up to a stop in a bridge. It's a railroad bridge, I believe, that looked a little bit short, a little shorter than what I wanted to try to go under with the RV. So I decided to take a right and go around the old part of town here up to another older section of the town itself. I doubled the speed of the video and editing just because you have to drive so slow around these winding curves where they've mined out the side of the hill. Over to the left is a huge open pit mine area just before you get into the little town of Bisbee, and up to the left, up in the mountain, is the old Queen copper mine that I'll be taking you through a guided tour of the underground facility of the mine a little bit later as we look for the head of Headless John, a poor miner that lost his head in a mining accident many years ago. Rumor has it he's still walking around looking for his head somewhere in the area. It was interesting to see the different colors of earth as they mined different sections of the mountain. It was quite a bit different from the east coast of North Carolina where I come from. Heading down now into the old town of Bisbee, and some of the streets definitely weren't made for a 8-foot wide RV. As you'll see, some of the streets are kind of narrow with people parked on both sides and then meeting traffic and people walking in the street. It was definitely an interesting experience. Probably one that not too many RVers try to take, but being a newbie, I had to try at least one time. And I'm learning a lot as I travel in this RV. As you can see, it's a well-preserved old town. They've taken really good care of the buildings and a lot of little tourist shops as you travel through the town. Lots of little cafes and I believe even a casino or two. But very interesting architecture. I enjoyed seeing lots of the different buildings and eventually getting out and walking around in the old town. But be taking you on through the old town and then up to the Queen copper mine where I took a tour underground. Here at the old mine you'll see a lot of the old equipment that they used to use, and just across the street from the old mine, across the major highway, is the old town of Bisbee. It's an interesting place for sure. If you ever get a chance to travel through this part of the country, I suggest you stop in and check it out. I'm having to use my old cheap camcorder during this section of the filming, so please excuse the shakiness. I've tried to stabilize it as much as possible, but unfortunately it's still a little shaky. This is going to be our mode of transportation down inside the mine. What you do is you straddle the yellow looking boards that have a little cushion on them, like you're riding a horse. You put your feet on the running boards on each side, and a little engine pushes you down inside or pulls you down inside of the mine itself.
Hello folks, I'm getting ready to head through the Queen copper mine, checking it out, and looks like it's going to be a cold journey so far. The temperature out here is pretty nice, up in the high 60s, but inside it's going to be down around 60, 62. So wearing a vest and a jacket just in case. I hope you'll come along and enjoy the journey.
light is, about 150 feet in front of us. This was put in 1915, okay? That way they had access to the outside of the mine on this level of the mine, right here. And that's why it has 1915 as you enter the mine. Again, this is the only mine with an incline shaft. That incline shaft is up there where that light is.
I sped up this section of the video to twice the normal speed, so try not to get dizzy as we travel through the tunnel.
Looks like a good place to find some ghosts back in here.
What?
Looks like a good place to find some ghosts back in here.
Oh yeah, they had a deal here a while back. I've never seen any.
So we're about 600 feet back in. Got about 36 steps going up inside the mine.
Straight back. Give me that. Right? I'll do it. Do it. Just do it.
Another old shaft going up. Lots of different types of minerals in here, looks like. That's where Headless John is still looking for his head. He's one of the local ghosts here inside the mine. We're going for a search for Headless John's head, see if we can't find it and give it back to him.
Remember I mentioned that raised line of putting in those two square sets, and one of them is called the chute. Now right behind this lady here, that's a birdie chute right there. That's what they look like on the bottom right there. If you lift that steel door, that rock rolled right into the mine car under it, okay? That's how they got the rock out of the work areas, was through the chutes, you see. Now when you saw 4 chutes in a row like this is an ore transfer pocket right here. Now behind here, there's a hole about 20 by 30 feet. Solid rock goes up 200 feet to those upper two levels I talked about. All the mining they did on the 1 and 200 levels of this mine they put into this transfer pocket. Then from here, it was pulled and then taken to the outside of the mine. Now after 1915, they could go directly to the outside of the mine on this level. But prior to that, everything went out of that incline shaft. They had trammers in those early days. Their job for 10 to 12 hours was to fill this car up. Holds about 3/4 ton of rock when it's full. And then they would have to tram it, push it to that incline shaft. Bring an empty one back, take a full one down. About 30 cents an hour back in those days. And going down wasn't too bad because your rails underground were trying to put in at about a 5% grade. So when they're pushing it down here with a loaded vehicle, with a whole loaded car, you know, it was a little easier.
Here are some of the old cars where they hauled the ore in and out, and these are chutes where they would put the ore in the upper level so when it come down. This bike was for the supervisor. He said, tour guide said it was probably from the 60s with the old banana seat there.
These are old drills right across here, as you can see. Right back here is that scoper again. That's just like that miner had up there. That drill straight up, okay? Brave miner.
One of the big chutes for the ore to come down.
But if you're grounded, you're going.
This is actually called the honey wagon. It's a cart. In case you need to go to the bathroom while you're back here in the line, you come up, sit on the throne here. The guide said he never seen two miners sitting on the honey wagon at the same time.
What's caused the fires is that typical cigarette take it down in the crack and start burning them.
Don't worry, it's empty.
That should shake some of this timber.
I checked.
And it hit the shake and it started firing.
Very good guide.
Headed out of the mine now, and I changed the camera to infrared just to see what kind of changes it does to the look of the rock as we travel outside the mine.
It looks like the end of the tour. A lot of tired, hungry miners getting off to a lot of tired, hungry miners after a long, hard day at work.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed the journey through the Queen Copper Mine in Bisbee, Arizona. If you liked the video, click like, share it with your family and friends, and if you subscribe, click the bell icon to the right. Thanks, have a great day.